I've been to St Helens, where the council has launched a new scheme to support victims.
Why is it so important for you to be part of the Survivors Forum?
Because it gives an opportunity for survivors to come together and
Dee doesn't want to show her face, but she wants to help others who've suffered domestic abuse. She's part of a new group that will help to shape policy in St Helens.
Domestic abuse has no respect for where you live, your social class, your postcode, what your profile on LinkedIn may say, what your position in the community is. It can happen to anybody, and it does.
And it happened to you?
It did. The violence was almost, I won't say secondary, but when you've got somebody day by day completely pulling your personality apart, the actual physical act in some respects was the lesser of what I went through.
You never prosecuted your former partner. Why?
I didn't, because I still had the stigma and the shame of working for the police at the time and worrying about how I would be judged and viewed. Reflecting back now and many times since, I wish I had, and that's probably why I'm spurred on to be quite passionate to say to other people, do it. There is support out there.
Referrals of domestic abuse have increased from just over 1,000 to more than 1,500 in St Helens over the last year, and new figures show a 51% increase in domestic abuse cases failing across Merseyside over the last 5 years because of a 6-month time limit to prosecute common assault.
The government says all allegations should be investigated and pursued where possible, and money has been invested to support victims. But survivors say change is needed.
Domestic abuse is about control. It's often long term. It's a completely different offence, so why on earth would you consider them within the same framework? It just doesn't make any sense to do that at all.
Councillor Bell grew up in a violent home and hopes the new forum leads to change.
I grew up with a quite violent alcoholic father who was very emotionally abusive and physically abusive to my whole family, really.
So I fled honour-based abuse and I fled 3 honour killings. So
the group is led by Shana, who survived abuse.
Lived experience is so important. It's a huge piece of the puzzle that is missing in order to respond adequately and effectively to tackle domestic abuse and violence against women and girls.
Shana Begum ending that report. She experienced 25 years of abuse, honour-based abuse.